Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you haven't seen the last video of the reveal, then go ahead and check that out. It'll be linked up in the corner and it'll be in the description down below. Alright, so the idea behind that video was to pay tribute to all the racing games that I played as a kid, and in particular Gran Turismo. So I wanted to start it off with playing, driving my car in, or as close to my car as I could in Gran Turismo. And then I wanted to do it on one of my favorite circuits, which is Tsukuba, and then switch over to real life and do the 360 view from behind to get the third person view. And then I had the GoPro on my head, and I also had a bumper cam view. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And sorry if you guys hear jets. Just a thing here now. In this video I wanted to go over the background and all the other portions and the actual talking bits of me getting the Evo. I went through Rohab at R Nation for this car, and he was great throughout the process, and we'll elaborate that as we go through the video. To give you guys a little bit of a background of how I chose the Evo, so when the WRX got totaled, I also found out that I was going to be living in Japan again for a while. And so that started my search for the next JDM car. On a side note, the SOAR is still around, it's still in my possession. However, while I'm living in Japan, it is being looked after in storage. So there won't be any SOAR content for my SOAR. However, I have a few friends here that have SOARs, so if you guys want to satisfy that itch, then I can film their cars, film some of their upgrades, and that way you guys can still hear some 1J goodness, because I still miss it. But that car will come back once I'm reunited with it. It'll just be a while. So it'll mostly be Evo content as far as me doing upgrades here. And then of course we're in Japan, so there's going to be plenty of cars to film and plenty of people to meet. So what was I looking for in the next JDM car? So since the WRX had been taken too early, essentially I wanted to be able to still have another turbo all-wheel drive car, so that's what we started searching for. So that narrowed down my search of what I was interested in as well, and that list ended up being Evo 6, Evo 5, the two-door first-gen STI, I think it's GC8, but I'm not sure on the actual chassis for the two-door one, because I know they were different from two-door and four-door. That's neither here nor there. And then the last choice was ST205 Celica GT4. And that's just because I love Toyotas, and it looks like a mixture between the Soarer and the Supra. So this is the list I gave Rohab, and the way I told it to him was Evo 6 was top of the list as far as preferences, followed by the ST205, and then the Evo 5. However, I only wanted one of those in the Dandelion Yellow, just because that color's awesome. And that left the STI as bottom of that list, but not because it's that bad of a car. It's just that's what I wanted it the least out of those options. But I was still open to it if he had a good version of it. Since Rohab has been burned in the past by people, he does require that you send the majority of the money to him before he starts actively looking for it, which I'm pretty sure is the practice for most places that are going out and actually searching for your ideal car. He gave me constant updates on various cars on leads for cars in different areas, and then he went out and checked out pretty much every single one of them to make sure that they were in good enough condition or up to our standards of what we wanted to bid on or what we wanted to buy. He sent me a bunch of photos for a bunch of Evos and STIs and everything else. However, they just weren't the one, whether it be too many mods or not good enough condition, or the price that they were asking was too high versus what it was worth. And then he sent me photos of a white Evo 6 that was coming up for auction, and you'll see those right now. As we were looking over those photos, then we decided that this was the main one that we wanted to go look at. There were some other Evos that were up at auction that day. However, this was the nicest one out of the group. Once we won the auction, then he did a walk around video of the car, which you can see here.
Hello guys, welcome to today's video. We're at USS Tokyo. Today is a regular day, just picking up cars. It's not an auction day. So just gonna be picking up these cars for our customers that we won last week. So one of which is this Mitsubishi Evolution Evo 6 GSR with Rally Art add-ons. This thing's a super clean example of a car. Never been in any accidents. Doesn't have super high mileage. There's no rust issues, which is common with Evos. But let me show you what I'm talking about when I say a clean car. Take a look at that. No cracks on the dash. Full interior. AC is on point. Let's pop the hood. I'll show you all the goodies. Look at that. Super clean engine bay. No oil leaks or rust issues in the engine bay, where the Evos usually do rust is on these truck tops. As you can see on both sides, this one is far from being rusty. Brembo brakes. And it's a sound car. It's really beautiful. We're really happy to get our good friend Corey this beautiful car. He's purchased cars in the past from us as well, and I've known him for, I'd say, about three and a half years, possibly more. Correct me if I'm wrong, Corey. But yeah, I'm just happy to get this opportunity one more time to get this really clean Evo 6 for him. So I hope he takes care of this car. This one will be heading to Okinawa once he's back in Japan next month, and then we're gonna make it, of course, it does have JCI, but since we cannot transfer the JCI in Okinawa, we're gonna have to deregister it once and then make it pass pre-JCI, and then it should be good to go.
Since he has a 2-car hauler, then he put it up on the top of it so that we can get a good look underneath of it. And so he was going over it. You can see the video right about here.
Here is the underside video of the car. If you look here, it's all brushable. It's all surface rust. Sills are all straight. Both sides pretty straight. That's just water from the AC. Don't worry about that. But there's no oil leaks. And there's no damage underneath, so that's a really good thing about this car. Let's see now. It's all brushable. It's really easy, and I would recommend doing an undercoat before we ship it out to you. I know a shop that can take care of this, and I'll have it booked in and get it done. I know you would want to have it done, so I'm not even going to ask if that is even a question. But yeah, so that's the underside. Car drove really well. Hey, how was the car? Did you like the drive?
Yeah, I love it.
Right? Yeah, I liked it. I just drove it a little bit here. It's really smooth, goes in gears perfectly fine. I like the short shifter on it. But yeah, man, you're definitely gonna like it, and I'm really happy that we got you this car. So hurry up and come to Japan and get this thing on the road and and take us to a toge or something.
From this video, we decided that there was some surface rust, some minor surface rust underneath. So we decided that we were going to take it to Garage HRS, which they specialize in Evos, and get it looked over, make sure that everything's in perfect condition of it, and get the rust prevention done and undercoating done before it headed down to Okinawa.
Hello guys, today we're at Garage HRS, dropping off this beautiful Evo 6 GSR with Rally Art add-ons. They will be taking care of all the maintenance on it before we ship this car out to Okinawa. And we're doing some rust protections on it from the underside, the engine bay and everything, because this thing is beautiful and it will be a waste if this car goes to Okinawa without the protection. So yeah, they'll be removing any underside surface rust, if there is any. They're going to be removing that, and then they're going to coat it and everything and prepare it for us. Should be ready in the next week or so, and then we'll be booking it onto the next ship out to Okinawa. Let me show you the garage. As you can see, Evos everywhere. They deal in everything Evo related, when it comes from engines, transmissions, diffs, suspension stuff. These are the guys to go for. I've known them for a few years now, and they've always helped us out with not just Evos itself. They deal in all kinds of cars, but they do have, you know, the upper hand when it comes to Evos as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna be seeing this one after it's ready to go in a week or so. So thank you all for watching, and see you guys in the next one.
Garage HRS also did a YouTube video on the whole process of doing the taking needle gunning the rust off and doing all the rust prevention and then undercoating it, which will be up in the corner and down in the description. However, it's all in Japanese, but you'll get the idea and you'll see some of the work that was actually done on it. From that point, Roha picked it up and decided to take it for a test drive and make sure everything was still in working order, and then gave me some updates in that of how the AC felt, which is a must down in Okinawa, especially during the summer.
And we're back. It's 4 days after we dropped off the car at Garage HRS, and they have already taken care of all the stuff that we've asked for. The rattling from the last video is actually coming from the silencer here. So if you... Oh, it's inside. I don't want to touch that. It's really dirty, but... Anyway, they've done the undercoating already. Let me see if I can get the camera down there. So it's coated already. They're all ready to go. Checked all the fluids, checked everything mechanically and electronically. Everything's good. The things that we found bad were this window on the back driver's side. If you automatically roll it up, it just goes all the way up, touches and comes down. So they fixed that. The other thing was the side mirrors. The switch, I've been told, is bad, so we need to order that, because you can close it automatically, but then when you want to open it, that side, it doesn't. They kind of get stuck trying to come out or something. But I've been told that if we change that, it should be fine. The rest of the car is just perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Good to go, ready to get it pre-inspected before we book it onto the ship. Right now we have holidays in Japan for the next week and a little bit, and then business will resume. But for now the car is ready to go, and yeah, so here we have it. This thing will be heading to Okinawa in the next week. So we just got the car from Garage HRS, and instead of taking it back on the truck, I thought I should get my dealer tags and test drive this car, check how it drives and all. It's got 134,000 kilometers on the clock. AC is working perfectly, especially with the heat right now. I'm not familiar with Fahrenheit, but in Celsius it's about 36 degrees today, which is really hot. I'm happy with the AC. It's really smooth. Clutch seems to be engaging right on point. Car's driving smooth. There's no sputtering or misfires. Suspension feels good. Brakes feel good. And yeah, everything's working just like it's supposed to, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this car. I just like this screen that's always on, and it shows you the rear view at all times. Yeah, we do need some gas here in a bit. Boost gauge works. Yeah, so that's my opinion so far. Once the traffic clears up, I would like to do a small pull just to see how it feels. But pretty sure it's going to be alright. Alright, so let's let this traffic go away from us a little bit. And here we go. Ooh, nice. Sounds really healthy. So yeah, I approve it. The rest is all up to you, bro. You're gonna be doing all the bolt-on mods onto this to make it a little bit more faster if this is a bit slow for you, but for me, I think this is more than enough. And the other thing that I want to show you is we got proof that this car has been undercoated and taken care of. Rust protection and everything's been done. So yeah, it's all good to go. Next up, we'll be taking this car for pre-JCI, and then after that, we'll be taking it straight to the port.
From that point, it went to get its pre-JCI. When he buys a car in mainland, it can't, even if it's registered, it has to be deregistered and then re-registered in Okinawa. So the pre-JCI just helps along that process and makes it so much easier. And from that point, after the pre-JCI, he took it to the port, and it got shipped down to Okinawa, which is where he met me once the car arrived, and then he helped step me through the entire process of getting the car registered. Went to their version of the DMV, the transportation office, and got the tags. Everything was done in a day. So it was a super smooth process, from having no plates on the car to having temp tags to having the full plates was within a day with his help. So it was a great process, and he made it a breeze. Overall, I'm very satisfied with his service and the car in general. So if you have any questions about this whole process for me, or have any questions that you want me to ask Rohab, if we get enough of them, I'm sure he'll do a Q&A with me, and we can maybe make a video of that. So if you guys have any questions, leave those down in the comments below. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So let me know down in the comments what you think about the Evo, what mods you want to see done on it, what your ideas for the car would be. And I have some things lined up, but I'm interested to see what you guys say, to see how it lines up with what I'm already planning. if you guys want to see more content like this on the Evo, and since we're back in Japan, on all the car scenes in general, then make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss out on the future content, and click that notification bell if you haven't. All right, guys, peace.